Valley View. We're the Treasure Valley's only local talk show bringing informative information, fun information, and just stuff generally happening around in our community. I'm Stephanie. I'm one of the executive producers of the Treasure Valley View, and we have with us
Jan, and I am a producer.
And also a student.
And all around awesome.
Amazing person,
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
We've got an amazing lineup for you. We've got some really great things that are coming up here very, very soon in our community. We've got Fran Sessler, who's going to come and talk to us a little bit about what it's like to be in the period of her life that she's in, the chapter of the book that she's in that most women would normally most likely shut the book on. Not her. Nope. Not at all. And then she's going to be on with us talking about an amazing organization here in the Treasure Valley area. We're excited to talk about it. It's the what?
The Cinderella's Closet, what's the alliance called? The
Assistance League.
Assistance League.
She'll know more about that. We are really... That's why we bring the guests on to talk about it, because they know more information than we do. But the Cinderella's Closet, it's getting ready to happen right here in the Treasure Valley. They've been doing it for a couple of years, and we'll get some more information from her as well. And then we have one of our very own coming on, Aubrey Brower, to talk a little bit about her organization and what she's doing this year.
Yeah, this really cool event that she's getting ready to put on and kind of put that out into the universe and out into the world.
And I think a common theme that we have going on for our show right now is definitely, for at least this show, is just giving back to the community. And we have had an amazing outpour of stuff going on, and a lot of stuff going back into the community that I've never witnessed before.
I've never seen something so awesome.
You know what we're doing that's awesome?
Easter egg hunt?
That's right. We are doing the Easter egg hunt. It's right. It's going to be at Hump and Hannah's on April 7th. It's for adults only 21 and over.
Free.
Yeah, get that in there. That's right. So let's put our hands together and welcome to the stage for the very first time, Miss Fran Sessler. Hi, Fran. Hi. So glad that you could be here, part of us, while you get leashed up.
Yes.
It's one of the. We can't hear you if you don't do that. You look great in red, by the way.
Yes, you do.
It's a very, very good.
Fabulous.
It's one of my favorite colors also.
You might want to push that up just a skoshie so that they can really hear you good.
What exactly is a skoshie?
Exactly what she's doing. She's doing it. Oh, that's perfect. That's really, really good.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, you are more than welcome. I've been communicating back and forth with you for at least the past year, and I just fell in love with you because you are just absolutely an amazing, very positive and upbeat person, not only in my world, but you're friends with a whole lot of people. You support a lot of people in our community with your positive attitude.
Yes, and I have been one of your biggest fans
for
the last year.
Oh, gosh.
I've been following you on Facebook, like you said, for about a year, you and your husband, and been watching all the different ventures that you are trying to do for the community, and I just really admire you.
Oh, well, thank you very much. You know, we had an opportunity to have Fran over to one of our producers' meetings where we got an opportunity to really talk with her and find out a little bit more. I was very surprised, Fran, to find out that you are a model and an actress.
Yes, well, actually, I am taking that back up again after many, many years of putting it on the back burner. And my mother started out as a model in Salt Lake City. When we moved here to Boise, she was a model for the local department stores in downtown Boise, because that's all there was. There were no malls or anything at that time. So I just followed in her footsteps. I did some when I was in high school and college, but then there weren't a lot of opportunities locally in that area for me to really make a career out of it. So I went into the teaching.
Oh, so you were a teacher.
I was.
And you know what, that I did not, I think I remember us talking about it, but one of the things that really interested me about you that I think people would be interested, and there's been a lot more call to action with regards to autism and the need for understanding exactly what autism really is and what does it mean. And I found out in our producers meeting that you are actually a parent of a child with autism.
Yes, we are. We had our daughter after we had been married for 7 years, and started noticing some developmental delays at the time. And she's 33 years old right now. Yeah. So this was in the era and the time when there wasn't a lot known about autism. and took her to multiple doctors and tried to get a diagnosis. Luckily, at that time when she entered school, they were just starting to segregate, integrate into different facilities and activities for her. But at the time, it was very, very hard to get any kind of assistance.
And I think you probably would agree with me that there's a lot more being said and a lot more being told in the community. As a matter of fact, I was sharing with you one super cool thing that happened at a restaurant while I was in was that a mother came in with her child that looked just like every other child, and she actually gave us a business card that said, please be patient, my child is autistic. And so if you are having issue, please be understanding that, he's a little bit different, and we just are asking for some kindness and some understanding. And did you ever have any of that with your daughter at all?
Oh boy, yes. We had a lot.
Patience and understanding?
I told you I thought that was such an awesome idea for her to do that, because our daughter did look, quote, normal, but she had all the behavior problems that autistic children do. And by the way, the autistic spectrum, the diagnosis and the prevalence yes, is broadening. It's 1 in 100 children now that they're diagnosing.
One of Kevin's artists, for Darian Fox Music, Dirty Joe is actually autistic, and I had no earthly idea that he's an artist. He makes commercials. He does a lot of amazing things, and he's really, really talented. And speaking of talent, I know now that you have been trying to get on commercials, and you're doing some photo shoots and amazing pictures. And who's doing those for you?
The pictures were done by Rob Ayers.
He's really, really good.
So talented.
And so are you getting into commercial work, or are you?
I have not so much. I've been doing some more of the modeling part of what I'm trying to do as a career these days.
And these days, you talk about these days, and I don't want to announce your age unless you're comfortable with it, but
that's okay. I mean,
so how old are you?
I am 63.
She doesn't even look it.
No. Okay, so that's why I was saying in the beginning, most people, when you think of 63, woohoo, I'm retiring. Not Fran. Nope. No, she said, it's my time of the life, and I am here. I'm beautiful, and I'm going to blossom and shine, and here you are. My mom doesn't even, Mom, I love you, but you don't squeeze your eyebrows anymore. She actually asked me if she could streak gray into her hair because she doesn't want to color it anymore.
Oh, no.
This is coming from the same woman who told me I had to wear mascara and lip gloss every time I went out. Now she's trying to backpedal out of it.
Yeah.
So, anywho, I just wanted to thank you for coming on and sharing the story about definitely autism, because April is actually Autism Month, and so there's a lot going on. Matter of fact, Dirty Joe will be releasing a song on April 4th completely dedicated to autism and talking and rapping, if you will, about his life as a person and a rap artist with autism. And then, so Fran is also a really intricate part. She's just one of the newer members, but not brand spanking new by any stretch of the imagination, because they actually chose her after we decided to have her to come on with the Assistance League of the Treasure Valley. Is it Ada County or is it Treasure Valley?
It's the Assistance League of Boise.
Of Boise specifically.
It is national. The Assistance League is national organization, and most of the major cities do have an assistance league.
So what does this Assistance League do as a group?
Okay, it's a nonprofit basically, and they have a thrift shop where they take in donations, mostly no large pieces of furniture, but mostly clothes, household, knickknacks.
Just stuff at the thrift store.
Exactly. From those proceeds, they have different committees that do very major projects for the community. There's a hearing aid committee. There is a school bell committee. So they donate hearing aids or help? They have people that need hearing aids that can come in and get a hearing aid.
Oh, wow. So they have a bunch of different things that money that they gather from and it's the thrift store. That's how they make and generate their money only?
Or donations.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Because most people, when they think of donations, it's like here, of course, in Idaho, it's like the Youth Ranch or Salvation Army or Goodwill. I only found out that the Assistance League had a thrift store just most recently.
And it's nice. I mean, they are remodeling. It's been there for quite a little while, but they've had the money to do all this major remodeling. So it's going to be bigger and better. And then behind the thrift shop, they have a center where they have children come in the fall and pick out clothes and school supplies.
That's awesome.
That's
to
really
help
cool.
with back to school, because as a parent of 3,
Exactly.
it's so hard when you know what though, I have to say I never get new clothes twice a year. You know, oh, summer's
I don't
coming, we have to go out and clothe the children,
I
or
graduated and that was
that's the
it.
end of that, right? You know what? And what I really, one of the most amazing things that I find, especially at this time of year, that is really amazing is the Cinderella closet.
Yes.
And I absolutely fell in love with that idea. And
It
so
is.
why don't you tell us a little bit about the Cinderella closet
I
then?
certainly will. I'd be honored to. With prom coming up for the high school students, and it is not just for the girls, the guys that want to come and get a tux or pants or cummerbunds or whatever they're into that year can come to the center. What happens first is the Assistants League sends out letters to each of the high schools. They have to be in the Ada County school district.
And they have to, when they come, they have to show off their ID to you, right?
They have to show that first. Then one of the ladies that is a volunteer, and I am on that committee also.
Don't tell me you're going to be like a fairy godmother or something.
I am the fairy godmother.
With pumpkins.
It is so much fun to
You don't give
watch.
a kid a pumpkin though, right?
No.
It's a dress, right? They get to come
It
down.
is a dress.
And what I'm envisioning is that they just have like rack after rack after rack of dresses.
All sizes, all styles.
So they would have a dress that would work for like myself, and then somebody like you'll see
Teeny
Aubrey's come
tiny.
like
Yes.
yourself, just like tiny, tiny, tiny.
The girls come in, they go to the racks, and hopefully they know their size. If not, but there are dressing rooms.
Okay.
So they can only take 3 back at a time. They'll have an assistant that will come.
So they
go
get
back
to
with
go
them.
in and try them on and just have like a
Exactly.
day,
Aw.
right?
It's like a shopping spree kind of
Oh
thing.
my gosh,
You know,
I
we're
love that.
giggles and laughs and I don't know about if that one looks very well on
Right,
you or
because
not,
you know what,
but-
some girls will look at stuff and say, oh, I totally love the color, and oh, but sweetheart, that just does not work for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Okay, so then they come down and they get to pick out a dress, and
dress.
then they,
Okay, and then over on the side of the building, there is a more or less a checkout stand.
okay,
There is a form that they fill out for a receipt.
okay.
They pay $10.
And what is that for?
That is basically for when they bring the item back. That goes towards the cleaning process.
Well, I have to tell you, and because we at the Treasure Valley View have done our footwork as far as like what it takes and what it goes into cleaning a prom dress, because we've got a whole
Yes.
bunch of surprises for you that we're going to drop on you in here in just a minute.
Oh my gosh.
But I have come to find out that dry cleaning for a prom dress is not $10. So that in itself is just like these young people of Ada County or of Ada County are getting a really, it's amazing all the way around, but that's,
Yes.
and I think I think Comet Cleaners is
Comet
one of the
Cleaners.
cleaners that are helping with
And
you guys.
that is because one of the members is the owner of that.
Well, how
cleaners.
lucky are you guys to have that happen?
Yes, that
That
helps
is
a lot.
amazing. So what
Yes.
going into it here really quickly, because I don't know exactly how much time we have left with Fran and with regards to the Cinderella closet. I'm just not exactly sure how much, but let's go ahead and talk about everything that we've already put together for her. So I'll ask Savannah to come up with just a couple of, come on. This is exciting. I'm so stoked about this. These are only 2 of about 55 dresses that the Treasure Valley
my
View
word.
in 3 days have put together for the Cinderella closet. And I know that you guys have
That
a
is
couple of
phenomenal.
stipulations, but we definitely want you guys to be able to go ahead, and we'll bring all of those down to the Cinderella closet, and then we'll go through them with you. Thank you, Savannah, for bringing those up. We really appreciate that.
I am thrilled, and I'm sure the organization will just be absolutely thrilled.
Well, and I know that our 55 has, I mean, it won't even put a dent on the 583 girls you guys helped last year prom.
Last year, they
What
were
else?
swamped.
That's isn't that? And
Yeah.
78 tuxes too. I mean, what are you going to do about that? Guys have to dress. So another wonderful thing that we've also, well, we've put together a lot. We have Jen Paisano of Paparazzi Jewelry is donating 10 pieces, brand spanking new to you guys, to gift to 10 lucky girls who are coming in. They don't have to bring it back. It's just for them.
Oh,
We have
wonderful.
shoes to give. We also have put together a package between Dell 2 and Wendy Weber and Aubrey Brower Photography. They are donating their services for 2 of your luckiest girls ever. What they're going to get is their makeup and their hair done by these very professional people, while Aubrey completely photographs and commemorates the whole day for these girls. So those
that
pictures,
is
I just got.
I know.
They're going to get, you know,
That is
because I mean,
phenomenal.
I have a picture when I, you know, of my prom picture.
Yes.
From
yes.
1988, For the Love of Joseph and Mary. So these pictures are going to be with these girls for the rest of their
Oh,
lives.
absolutely. And that is the basis behind the name,
Well,
the Cinderella.
but wait, there's more. We are working very closely with clothesline cleaners as well to take some of the burden, not a whole lot, but take some of the burden off of the Assistance League, and all of their generously donating. But if you think that's it, it's not. We've also teamed up with Fusion Magazine, and Brian, the editor-in-chief,
Yes.
is working very diligently to put together a car ride, and we don't know yet if it's going to be a town car or a limousine ride to and from one lucky couple's evening. Also a dinner for 2, the flowers for both of them, and then dessert following. And we hope that their kind of dessert is not what most senior boys have in their mind.
No.
We're not providing that kind
Or
of dessert.
can afford. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
is
all of those
so
things we will be
amazing.
delivering. Is that awesome or what?
Generous and awesome.
We are
Yes.
very, very excited
Thank
about
you.
doing all that. I don't know how you're going to pick out from all of those young ladies. I don't know. I don't want to be on that committee.
Yeah, I don't
right?
wanna do
No.
That would be terrible. I don't want to have to do that.
It'll have to maybe be a
A
drawing
drawing,
out of
yeah.
a hat or something, probably. you
Yeah,
know,
I would think so,
you
'cause I don't wanna
couldn't-
have to do that.
No,
I
you
don't-
wouldn't want to.
Wouldn't have to pick.
No,
Yeah.
wouldn't want to just center on.
Yeah.
Just
So why don't you tell us when, okay, so the girls get to call and make an appointment with their fairy godmother, but when does this all start? When does it kick off?
This is actually starting next weekend. March,
Next weekend already?
March 31st, because the proms are coming up, and
So they
it'll
need to
go-
make their appointments like right
Well,
now.
actually, they don't even really need to make an appointment. They can if they want. But
Okay.
they just show up, and it is only on Wednesday afternoons and Saturdays.
Okay.
So they'll come and pick out their dress during those 2 days, 2 times. They don't have to bring them back right away after their prom.
Okay.
But it would be nice if they would.
Right.
So, because somebody else might want their dress.
Right. Oh, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because they might
So all
be
the
able to.
proms are
they're-
spaced out. and
Right,
stuff
they're
throughout.
scattered.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right.
That's really good.
Yes.
So please bring them back as soon as
Yes,
you can.
please
That's
bring
what
them
we're trying to get at. Yeah.
Don't make us call you.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, we know people in the roller derby.
Yeah.
We'll send them
Oh,
after you for sure. That would be great. Mhm.
and so they'll pick out their dress, take it home, wear it, have a wonderful, wonderful time, bring it back. We'll take care of the cleaning, and someone else will be able to use it for the next time. But it goes until they're saying the end of May, because you don't have to bring it back right away, but that will be the deadline to bring it back.
Okay, very
Yes.
good. Well, that makes a whole lot
Yes,
of
it
sense.
is. Yep.
Well, we really appreciate you coming
Oh,
up here
thank you
and
for having
having.
me.
You've just got an amazing story yourself. I mean, because you went from being a mom with a child with disabilities and
Exactly.
then picking up your life right in the middle where most women would not necessarily
Yes.
turn to that chapter in their book. And
I
then,
just decided it was my time. And also, I had taken care of my mom for 2.5 years when
okay,
and she passed away, and I just found myself, I don't know if I want to go back into teaching or what I want to do. And the modeling and the acting was always a dream. So I just decided to get myself in shape and get in gear and go
well,
out
you
there and make it
definitely
happen.
are in shape, and we definitely want to thank you for coming up
Thank
here, and
you
we appreciate you very much.
I
Thank you,
appreciate
Fran.
having
Thank you.
me.
Yay.
Thank you.
Well, while Fran is excusing herself stage right, or stage left, actually, what we will that way. There we go. I know. Or left, right. What we will be doing is bringing up our last guest for the day. She's also doing something absolutely amazing in the community. This will be her 3rd year, and what we just recently found out is what?
her favorite number is 3.
And her daughter's name is?
Daughter's name is Trinity.
Right. So this is going to be an
Yes.
amazingly super year for her. Let's put our hands together and bring her up here, Miss Audrey Brower. Woo! Yay! Don't forget to leash up. Oh, you're good. Look at that.
Look at you.
That's awesome. Okay. Oh,
I had some decent tutoring before I came.
let's.
up here.
Hopefully, it's not going to cut you off there. Perfect. Well, I love that color on you. That's really,
yeah.
really good. Okay,
My
so
chocolate
from
chip.
my understanding, this is your 3rd year of doing a great big, huge community involvement project, but it wasn't just for the community. It was, and it's ACT. Why don't you tell us what
Yes.
that is?
So basically what it is, ACT stands for Artists Coming Together. And what I did was I was working on a project actually 3 years ago. And it was when the earthquakes had happened in Haiti. And I was like, I need to do something. I want to raise some money. So I was working on a project and I was like, I'm going to sell it. And I'm going to donate the money to whatever. And I was at a bar actually talking to some people about it. And this guy was like, well, why don't you like get a bunch of artists together and put on a show?
That
and
makes
then you
sense.
could actually, donate a lot of money. So I decided, okay, well, I'll see what I can do. I started asking around, had tons and tons of people who wanted to be involved, and so that's kind of how ACT for Haiti began.
Oh,
And
so your
then-
first one was for Haiti.
Yes, it was ACT
Okay.
for Haiti. And so anyway, we did that the first year. The second year, we decided to do ACT for the children. So we ended up donating money to the St. Luke's Children's Hospital, which is the
Oh.
only children's hospital in Idaho. So
And I bet they could really needed that
oh
too.
yeah, it was awesome. Last year's was really fun. We actually did a lot of art projects with the children patients
Okay,
at the hospital.
let me ask you something really quickly, because you just said art, and you just said, so we've been used to like Battle of the Bands, so it's not like art as in music, it's art as in,
Yes, like some sort of medium, as in painting, photography, sculptures.
oh, so it's
that kind of stuff.
everything.
Yeah, it's kind of all the art, but we try to keep it at a little bit higher end art. It's
So
not,
not
like
like my
scrapbooking,
stuff.
crafty
Yeah,
stuff.
got
It's
it.
like art.
Can't have
Um,
art.
Yeah.
But the fun thing
I'm
we
really
did
good
with
at
the
stick
kids,
figures.
those are
too.
good. I'm sure there's some artists out there who made stick
Maybe
figures.
if we framed them really
high-end
nicely.
art.
I'm sure we could do that, right?
Yeah.
It's all
face
about
palming.
presentation.
Yeah, it's all about presentation.
Right, for
is.
sure. Okay,
It
so
is.
this year you're coming together, and what I think is really interesting, and I'm glad we have an opportunity to talk to you right now, is that you don't even have a specific group picked out right now, so you're looking for one.
Yep. So right now it's like the beginning phase of planning for ACT this year, and we have not yet picked who we want to donate the money to. We have a couple of people in mind, but we're not, we're just kind of playing with things, and it's been, meeting
Well, you
new
could
people
donate
and all
to
that
us.
kind of stuff. That's
Yeah.
true.
We're a very worthy cause.
We like to
Got a
do it.
lot of stuff. Well, yeah.
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 Right.
So anyway, this year is kind of up in the air, but the good thing about this year, or the exciting thing for me, is that this is the 3rd year I've done it, which I don't think that I thought for sure that I was going to do it. After the first year, it was crazy and I was so nervous, but we were actually able to raise $3,300 the first year to donate. And then the second year, we raised not quite as much, but somewhere near that to donate to the Children's Hospital. So anyway, this year what we want to do is make it bigger and actually bring in a few artists that are from out of town to play. So this is where we're going to bring in the music part of it, and we'll actually have a couple of musicians come in to play and everything. And we really want this year to be big because, the whole 3 issue.
Right.
It's number 3, my favorite number. And
Well,
all
wouldn't
of
it be
that,
great when you're at
3rd time's the
33?
charm.
I
33,
mean, you're
that'll
young
be
enough. You
amazing.
could make it to
I could do
33.
it. I could do
Yeah.
it. So, but it's really exciting. It's fun, and I think that it really helps bring people together. And in the end, it really helps me feel good about myself. It's like my good deed.
Well, you're doing a lot of good deeds because you are the spearhead that I called. I said, oh my gosh, for the Cinderella project, what are we going to do? And she said, I called her from Winco. And I said, this is kind of what I have an idea of. And she's like, well, why don't I just do a photo shoot? And what if I had, and she knows everybody.
Yeah.
So she pulled, it was
pulls all
Dale
this
too,
together.
and Dale does amazing
He is
hair.
awesome.
And then it's
So Dale, Wendy Weber, and Wendy also does hair, and then
Delilah,
actually comes down there.
Delilah. She's
does
doing
makeup, and
a-
Delilah's
She's
fantastic.
amazing,
Yeah. She
so, but
does
you'll
a
be
great
stepping
job.
up to the plate to help with makeup too.
I will.
'cause you
I'll
do
be
a really
doing
good
everything.
job.
I'll
Well,
be
you do
helping out with
everything.
it all. Well,
Yeah.
besides hair, okay, this is as far as it gets. So with hair, yeah, somebody's gonna have to come in and take care of that.
Well, you look amazing. ACT is coming up. Make sure you make your submissions or get in touch with us at treasurevalleyview.com with more information with regards to where you can submit your ideas for where her charitable donation will go to this year. Don't forget about our lovely Easter egg hunt that we have at Hump and Hannah's on April 7th.
April 7th.
And it starts at 7 o'clock.
Free.
It's a free
love
thing.
free
And
things.
we just absolutely are pleased to be able to be a part of the Treasure Valley in such an amazing forum. We've got a lot of super great things coming up on the next shows. We're very excited
Yeah.
about it.
Yep. We have a lot of cool stuff.
And I'm
happening.
really glad that you could sit in for the last couple of shows because I've
Yes.
needed an amazing co-host.
I tried my best to bring
Gretchen,
awesomeness.
who's normally here, has been out sick.
Yeah.
It's that terrible flu that's going on. Again, thank you very, very
you,
much for
guys.
coming on or coming and sitting with us. We appreciate it. And don't forget about your Cinderella closet donations and to show up for ACT. We
Yeah.
appreciate you guys. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.